welcome to another episode of Candid Demeanor. Wait, I'm just playing. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode with your girl. I'm feeling good tonight. Tonight's gonna be fun. Real quick, I just want to say thanks to everybody for the subscriptions, the follows, the likes, all the good stuff. I do appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. I'm trying to give away some money again, but y'all acting like y'all don't want it, so maybe y'all should go subscribe. That would be lovely. And yeah, y'all know I don't do too much talking. We're gonna get into it. So today, I got my newfound friend V with me.
Hi, bitch.
And once I met her, I just knew that I just really wanted to be a nosy ass bitch, and I just wanted to know about the life that she lives because she's so cool, so beautiful, and yeah, we just gonna get into it. So, first question is, how are you doing today? I already know I asked you this earlier, but you know, the people want to know too.
You doing all right?
You doing all right?
Yeah, especially now that we smoked.
You have to say it like that. Okay, so we just gonna get straight into it. One of the first things I want to ask you is, how do you classify yourself? Like, what is your sexuality?
I say that I'm bi. I'm probably pan. I don't know the difference personally, but I think I'm one of the two. I'm non-binary. I go by they them. But yeah, that's about it. And I'm poly. That's like a big part of it too.
Okay, so non-binary. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I don't really identify either way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel more masculine, sometimes I feel more feminine, but I don't really feel like I'm a girl and I don't feel like I'm a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So it's more the way you feel. Okay, I really don't know. That's why I'm asking.
mm-hmm.
And then when you say poly what? You know, poly. There's two different polys. Which poly are we talking?
I'm polyamorous.
Okay, so what is polyamorous to you? What does that look like to you?
It's when you have multiple partnerships. I mean, that could mean like, you and two other partners and you're all together, or you have, a boyfriend, your boyfriend has a girlfriend, and it doesn't, connect in any way. It's just different relationships.
Hmm. How long have you been polyamorous? And what was there something that shifted you into being polyamorous, even though you feel like, that's you and that is you, but like, is there anything that you was like, maybe this is me? You know?
Honestly, like ever since I got, like in high school, I started dating, and I never felt like I was content with just one partner. You know what I mean? It wasn't, it's always felt like that, like even early on, and I didn't really understand what that meant. Um, but when I got with my current partner, my husband, before we even started dating, we kind of discussed like what our plans were for the future just to see if we were compatible. I didn't want to waste his time and I didn't want him to waste my time. And we both kind of discussed that neither of us was super content with monogamy. So we set some boundaries and, it ended up working out really well.
Okay. What kind of boundaries, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, like rules about protection, rules about communication. Like,
Mm-hmm.
one of the first question was, would you want to talk about what happened or do you want it to be like private? Um, like things like that. You know what I mean? Rules about like how far things can go with another person. Um, the most important one, in my opinion, is if he's got a date scheduled and I am personally not feeling like it's the right thing for us or something for him to go on that date, if I say that, he has to cancel the date and he can't be mad at me. And he can do the same for me. So basically, we preserve peace within our relationship, but we give each other like the space and freedom to explore meaningful relationships with other people.
Mm-hmm. So it is exciting, you know what I'm saying, from my point of view, and it is something that like I've thought about, like, is this something I would be into, you know what I'm saying? But I do wonder, like, how do you maintain like your relationship? Like, how do you maintain something so solid? You know what I'm saying? How do you maintain like that foundation of that, and then also do whatever you have your situations, or because you're still not fully content. So how do you make that work? You know what I'm saying? Or how do you still keep the love too? Like,
the biggest thing is literally communication.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a big thing that I notice, well, I mean, we struggled with it for a long time, but I've noticed that a lot of people don't just, it's not about not communicating how you're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
it's about how you approach things. So, like, if I have a disagreement, I I'm not going to want to argue with you. I want to come to a solution. You know what I mean? My goal shouldn't be to win the argument. It should be, okay, why is this thing bothering us and what can we do to fix it?
Okay.
And so once we started approaching all of our communication with grace and understanding, I think that that was the hugest difference.
That is so beautiful. Wow. You're like an adult. Okay, so damn. Just went blank. It's the weed. But so can I have a little insight on, like, do you have like or do you guys have like things that they're like not boundaries, but things that it's just like a hard no, as far as like, I guess that would be considered a boundary, but like what is a hard no? It doesn't have to go too crazy, but
yeah,
whatever you're
no,
comfortable
for
sharing.
sure. A hard no is like no having kids with other people.
Oh, yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Actually fucking wild.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. But obviously we, like, God forbid something happens, we do have, we have communications about what would happen and the consideration for everybody involved, whatever. But no intentionally having a kid with somebody else. That's an absolute hard no. No hiding the fact that we are married. Like, people need, we
So
believe
y'all
in,
are married, like,
yes, like legally married.
ooh,
Like,
too
no,
adult for me.
you literally like cannot lie to someone about it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because everybody deserves informed consent.
agreed.
So that's like, those are the main ones. Like, absolutely, everybody needs to be informed and aware so they can make choices as to whether they want to be involved or not, and be considerate.
So with you saying they're like, polyamorous is the correct, okay, just making sure I got the terms right. Just as far as you saying you're polyamorous and you basically, not that you're not content, but not being content enough to be in a monogamous situation, do you ever feel like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to word it right.
I just slapped the mic.
Slap the mic. What you mean? Oh.
I smacked that shit.
Wait.
Re-ask the question.
Okay, being that, saying that you're in a polyamorous person or whatever, and you're not content with just one person, what is it that drives you to other people? Like, how do you fully be content? Is it talking to multiple people that makes you content? Like, what makes you content being that you're talking to multiple people? If that makes, like, what are you getting from this person that you're not getting from that person? Like, is that how it is? Or like, I don't know.
Honestly, I never thought about it like that, but
because I'm a little over analytical, so I'm just like,
you're not too far off. It's the fact that, like, every single person is different. So literally everybody has different traits and different likes and different dislikes. So if you as a person have like certain needs, you know what I mean, that come with a certain personality trait, you know what I mean, like an emotional need or like a communication need, but you love and are connected to somebody else because they meet other needs, you know, it you find parts of yourself being fulfilled. And like a big part of it is just connection.
Agreed.
Like, connection is so
like,
important.
Yeah.
You meet so many different people, you experience so much more. Like, there's music that I've listened to that I never would have listened to had it not been for, meeting certain people. So you get life experiences out of different people, good or bad.
I feel that. So, sex. Let's talk about it. How is your sex life?
Like, I'm not complaining.
So, can we talk about the list?
Oh.
Can you just explain it? You explain it from your POV because it's fucking nuts. And I just feel like we all need to hop on the same train, honestly. If you're dating, I feel like this is just a good thing to do, whether you're single. Well, if you're single, if you are polyamorous, and if you just are a person that has multiple partners or whatever, this is fucking nuts. Okay, go.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a memory problem sometimes.
Okay.
I get big old chunks of my life that I just like don't remember, and then it comes back later.
Weird.
I have
Yeah.
PTSD, so like
Okay.
that's a big part of it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't want to forget people and experiences, and sex has been such a big part of my life. From a young age, negatively and positively.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain myself with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
understand.
it's just been a whole thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Honestly, I feel that.
I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It's okay. We're here. I just want y'all to know this girl had me doing drugs,
Drugs.
and that is why we're over here low key tweaking. But just the good drugs, like not the hard stuff. We don't do that. Just you gotta say weed.
I've never smoked a day in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh right.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, anyways, so hmm. So have you and your husband ever had a conversation about like what if one day one of y'all wakes up and like y'all don't want that openness anymore, or like is the communication that open to where y'all can talk about things like that, or have things like that ever come up or cross your mind, or
Well, we talked about it like before we entered the situation.
for sure.
Um, we decided that basically, if I decided that I wanted monogamy, and he still wanted polyamory, he's entitled to that. You know what I mean? So we don't have to stay together because that's a big part of the fundamentals of a relationship. I feel like if you can't agree on that, then, sometimes feelings get hurt, maybe resentment builds up. It's not necessarily true in all cases, but it's just something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ever want to hate him, and he doesn't ever want to hate me. So if I want monogamy and he wants polyamory, we go our separate ways because I can't give him that and he can't give me what I want,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. If he wanted monogamy and I wanted to stay.
So being that you guys are basically, I feel like this is a lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
being that you guys are in this lifestyle, do you feel like it's hard to approach people that you do want to have different connections with, or to, because I just it's a lot, like for
Yeah,
anybody or whatever, but if you fuck with it, you fuck with it, but like do you ever feel like it's hard to like get people to accept what you got going on, or like you know
I get that. Not really.
I
And
feel that.
that's not me being like, oh,
No, I
whatever,
believe
whatever.
you.
But it's mainly because like we're open about it. So if I'm on a dating app, I will literally put in my bio that I'm poly and partnered. You know what I mean?
Ah,
And
okay.
he will as well. So people know right off the bat. And if they're not okay with that, you know,
That's really smart.
so we are just very open about it. So that kind of people will weed out what they don't want. And that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be upset that somebody wouldn't be interested in that. It's different, you know? But when people are, they're, you know, they're willing to
So do you
talk
like,
about it.
well, you said you like boys and girls.
Hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say, because recently I feel like it's been, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
More power
That's
to
just,
you.
that's mainly out of convenience, but yes.
Understood. Yeah. Mm, okay. So how is it? How is the lifestyle? Like, how? I'm just so like in awe, honestly.
Well, it's like it's entertaining, you know what I mean? And it's fun. I feel like it makes me and Cam closer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's things that we end up appreciating in each other that we won't have with other people. So whenever we do reconnect afterwards, it's nice. You know what I mean? It just you kind of have gratitude for it. You don't take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Like it also helps that I married my best friend. So it's the communication is there. I already know that. I know that I'm secure. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to worry about. And that makes everything so much better. Especially when I'm with other people, I don't have to worry that he's at home like upset at me.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he goes out, he doesn't have to worry about anything. And I know that if he's with someone, I know he's still thinking about me. I'm fully secure.
Hmm. So what would you say to somebody that's looking to like move forward into polyamorous or look into having multiple partners or things of that sort? Like, how would you recommend going about that? I mean, I know it's definitely in you, but like, it's just a different scene. Just as if you're like what swingers or
Yeah.
anything. It's just a different scene.
Honestly, make sure it's something that you really do want
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just something that seems exciting because you don't want to put yourself in a situation that makes you uncomfortable. So like it kind of bothers me when like you see poly relationships and stuff, poly people on TikTok, and it'll be like, oh, you just have a jealousy problem, blah blah blah, like whatever, and it makes you feel kind of guilty for not giving it a shot. I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. I think you should wait until you feel ready to explore because if
Mm.
it's not for you, sometimes that can be mentally taxing, you know?
Mm.
So just think about it before you do something.
Okay. So when you are well, let me ask you this first. Do you feel like as far as it going, as far as what am I trying to say? Fuck, I can't even get it out. What am I trying to say? Okay, as far as you going and experiencing, like different partners and things of that sort, do you feel like you chase more or do you feel like that people come to you more?
Depends. Um I it's not hard for me to find people.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly it's just kind of weeding out the bad ones if that makes
For
sense.
sure.
So sometimes I will chase, you know what I mean? Um It just depends on the person. And if I know that they're like a piece of shit who does not care about me, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put any effort. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
We didn't talk about the list.
The
The
list.
list.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, because I literally
We
lost my train
blanked
of thought.
out. I just
Girl,
remembered.
we should have taken a second. This is gonna be very incoherent.
That's okay. I'm here with you. We're vibing.
I don't think neither of us are here.
Stop. We're looking at each other, but we're like spaced out. That is so fun. I love that for us.
Do you even remember my name?
V.
Okay,
Don't
good.
piss me off. Don't give me that look like.
Who are you?
Oh, okay, bitch. Get it out.
Oh, the list. Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, to make a long story short, I have memory problems and I don't want to forget sexual encounters because I don't want to like accidentally go back and be like, "Oh, I kind of miss so and so." And then like they were horrible to me or what I've used it for more recently is um if somebody was horrible to me and also horrible in bed and it was like a nightmare situationship, I want to be able to remember that so I don't just be like, "Aw, remember that one time that he like sent me flowers or something, but meanwhile he like stole money or something?" Yeah, I need to remember that information. I only have so much like space up here. I need the crucial stuff. So basically that.
Okay, so if you don't mind, could you give us people some examples of what this list would say?
Right. Okay. So give me like a name.
Mm, Tim.
Give a number 1 through 10.
7.
Okay. So like it would be Tim, 7 out of 10. And then it'd be like really hot, oop, really hot, super confident, um, sent me $500 and then um I don't know, like smelled like mustard. Um accidentally called me his dog's name. Like, you know what I mean? Like the crucial information that I need to remember.
So if he's rated at the bottom, what kind of shit is he doing? We can't even speak about it.
No.
Men are terrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can say
Okay.
this is towards the bottom for sure. I don't know if it's the actual bottom, but it's pretty close probably. Um Came to my house. I had literally ended a FaceTime call with my friend. I said, "Oh, he's here. I'll call you back when he leaves."
Mm-hmm.
I called her back within 3 minutes. Um, he came in. We we hooked up. That literally lasted like under a minute. I'm not kidding. Literally, he afterwards he like takes the condom off, puts it in the thing in his pocket. The
That's
pocket of
scary.
his
He didn't even secure it. That's fucking
the pocket
criminal.
of his sweatpants. Like after he literally pulled his sweatpants up. He wasn't even wearing underwear.
That is a red flag.
Slutty.
No, not slutty.
No.
That's stinky.
No, listen. It was wild. I had never had that happen.
That's some country ass shit.
No, listen.
What the fuck?
Listen. Pulls up his sweatpants, puts it in the pocket. And he had a visor that he had, I guess, thrown on the couch because it was on the couch. And I hadn't really paid attention when he came in. He takes his visor and he puts it on upside down into the side. He daps me up and said, he daps me up and he goes, "All right, I gotta bounce." Or no, I'm sorry, I gotta scoot. And he left. All of this happened in under 3 minutes.
I will whoop his ass.
I called my friend back and she was like, "Did he not show up?" And I was like, "Oh no, he just left." And she doesn't let me forget it either.
That's so fucked up.
Mm-mm.
Let me know where he lives.
Tennessee. And they can keep him too. Weird.
Have you had anything crazy happen to you during your sex life?
Yes.
Okay. Anything willing to share? It don't have to be like super crazy. Just like anything.
Are you allowed to talk about weapons on this?
Trigger warning. Go ahead.
Well, more than once I've had a gun pulled on me.
Crazy. I knew.
Held to my head. Loaded.
For sexual pleasure? For fantasy?
I don't even think we were doing anything when it happened. One of the times.
So it was just like we're laying down and he just it's not you flipping your hair. Bitch, wait.
I'm so for real. I know I'm not.
That's scary as fuck.
No, it's not. You don't get the vision, okay? You don't understand. Anyways, and then one time I had a guy say he wanted to harm himself over me. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I just said, "Oh, okay." And then when he left, I blocked him.
Yeah, that's the worst kind.
So,
it's actually
I was like legitimately scared for that one. He also like threatened to steal my neighbor's car. So,
just to do it for fun. That's actually sick as fuck.
He was a plug though, so.
Aren't they all plugs? They try to be.
It's true.
Oh my goodness, wait. I can't believe you just said that. I'm still like wrapping my hand around it. The shit that you just...
You literally said, "Has anything crazy happened to you?"
That is fucking nuts. But I meant in a sexual sense. And
yeah. It was sexual. A little bit.
For you, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. Not me. Who?
Who else?
Who said that?
Okay.
No, not me.
So you like a little gunplay.
Listen, it takes a lot for me to be attracted to men. That's a lie. I like these medium ugly men. I like them so much.
I can't tell you.
Listen. You know?
I'm listening. I got you.
Medium ugly. That's the way to do it. As long as they like kind of look like a lesbian a little bit.
Oh, a little feminine?
Sometimes.
Honestly, I kind of like a sassy nigga. Like, just a little bit.
I like guys who
I just like men who are like super secure in themselves and like don't give a fuck.
I like guys who look like butch lesbians or...
Not butch lesbians. That's like very specific.
No, but you know what I mean.
I do know.
Or like U-Haul lesbians. Or I like guys who look like twinks. I love my little twinks. I really do.
Just like...
I love...
Toot it up.
Listen. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love guys that look a little gay. They're so fine.
Especially the ones who like look a little gay, but like you really wouldn't know.
I am gay, so I'm not trying to be like homophobic, but you know what I mean. Because you
No,
agree.
I do agree
Like,
wholeheartedly.
they have a skincare routine. What? A
Yeah.
skincare routine is crazy.
Like, why your nails?
You don't just use like a bar of soap on your face like once a week.
Mm-mm.
If a man tells me he uses pore strips,
No, that's a little OD.
what do you mean? I don't want to look at some guys. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I actually stopped talking to somebody. It was a while ago, but I started talking to somebody because they have like a lot of open pores, and it's just like not attractive to me at all. It just like really turns me off, and it's like because they're not a bad looking person. That is just like really unattractive to me. And then it's like you're not doing anything to try. Like you can't be doing anything, or when I don't know.
You like someone with a skincare routine.
Yeah,
That's so valid.
yeah.
I like people who don't fucking smell, for one. That should be obvious, but it's apparently fucking not. Please wash your ass before hookups.
No,
It's not that hard. Why do I have to text these men when they're like, "What are you into?"
showers.
Yeah. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm really big on hygiene."
Washing my ass.
Yeah, like please. And put deodorant on. Like there's one person on the list who I had to remind myself smelled like onions.
McDonald's onions are like Ryan's.
Yes. All of the above.
I'm not gonna play with you. V, you are so fucking funny. And I wish I wasn't so spaced out so I could really just sit here and talk to you. It's so I can't even be serious because you're so funny.
I'm my target audience. That's why we just have the same sense of humor.
You want to know something that's been on my mind lately? A fucking memory that I recently recovered. There used to be this girl I used to fuck with like my first year of college, and I thought she was super cute, and she was super cute. But like, I just remember she invited me over to her little single dorm. Bitches love a single dorm. Invited me over to her little single dorm, and I went, and she pulled out like a huge dildo.
How big?
Like BBC fucking
curved?
No, just huge.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was just looking at her like,
where is that going?
It's not going. I'm not doing it. What about you?
What?
You taking big dildos?
No, not like that.
How big?
Well,
how big is too big? Let's talk about that. Or are you a girth girl or are you a length girl?
Girth is important.
Understood. Like it
like
has
if you
to
have
be,
a skinny long
it
penis,
has to be to a certain extent a certain je ne sais quoi. I say.
What the fuck?
Is that fucked up?
I don't know what you just said. I'm scared.
You never heard people say je ne sais quoi?
I have, but just not like
not that context. I'm fucked up in the head. You know that.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Anyways, if you have like a long, skinny penis, please leave me alone. I'm so scared right now. And also like, no, not to dick shame. I'm not dick shaming at all. It's just for my particular anatomy, an extremely curved penis doesn't work. I'm just not built that way. I would have to rotate in ways that I don't think are possible, honestly. Like that's just not, it wouldn't work. So please maybe go that to somebody who could appreciate them. I feel like definitely maybe probably like 11 inches.
Okay.
Maybe 12. Yeah.
Because at that point, you're
I'd say
in my
12.
stomach.
Yeah. Like that's scary.
That
feels like a baby making express or something.
Have you ever seen a porno where they're like fucking like a really skinny girl? And it's like,
oh yeah,
you can see it poking out of her
no,
stomach.
that shit's crazy.
It literally makes me want to throw up.
No, that looks
like
painful.
How?
I will straight up turn porn off if it looks painful. Because like the whole
you
purpose is you're imagining.
You're having fun.
No,
you can't convince me you're having fun.
Also, like I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes if the girls are too loud,
like girls shut. Actually, I prefer to hear the men. Like let's hear it. You just
no. It's like, who are we doing all that for? And the sucking in. They do like the teeth sucking in sounds. the like, what are you doing? Who is that for?
Wasn't so bad, but whoever started like the POVs, beautiful. I like POVs.
Sometimes.
It depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
But porn is also crazy now. Like the shit they're doing these days, they were not doing back when we were on Pornhub. Do you be on Twitter? Twitter is nuts.
Bro, yeah.
I have a spam account dedicated just to Twitter porn.
Well, I worked at a sex shop for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The shit I saw was crazy.
What's the craziest thing you seen while you were there?
I don't know if I can think of the craziest. Oh, yes, I can. There was this thing that like simulates like circumcision or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Wait,
no, castration or something like that. Like it, yeah. And then also people like to put stuff up their pee hole, some crazy stuff.
Big or small?
All of the above. They like to stretch it.
That sounds so fucking painful.
Yeah.
People really be in there buying shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. I feel like I was ever working like in a sex shop. I just know I would meet all type of creepy. Because I feel like everybody is a freaky frog. Like,
oh, I found some stuff out. The worst thing that happened when I was working there, like easily the most mortifying. Well, actually there were a few, but this one it just horrible. Just because we were talking about situationships and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
I was working the counter, like I was literally checking someone out, and in walks in an ex situationship of mine who we had unadded each other. It was very respectful for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
It was, hey, I don't do this anymore. All right, cool. Like,
What was he
and
buying?
then
What was he buying? That's what it came down to. What are you
just
in here
wait.
getting, you freaky frog?
Because he walks in, we make eye contact, and again, there's not any like bad blood or anything. It just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it happens. Um He walks in, we make eye contact, his eyes go wide, and I'm like, and I literally go, oh God, out loud. And he just like looks at me, kind of shrugs, and then walks to the back. And then, like, I finish ringing up this transaction, and then I just see him walk full speed back out the front door. Did not make eye contact at all. He just went straight out.
But honestly, I can still respect it because, like, at least you stayed in and still get your shit. Like,
he didn't.
Oh.
No, like, he walked to the back because he was shocked, and then he decided, too weird, and left.
Not me. I would have came and got my fix.
Yeah.
Are you into sex toys?
Yeah.
What kind of sex toys you like?
I'm not really too fond of vibrators at this point. Just because I feel like the old school, my hand does a pretty good job. Mm-hmm. And also, like, I don't want to go numb. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they make you go numb.
Yeah.
Or they're like loud, and I don't want my hand to go numb either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have a dildo. That's fine. But really, I don't know. I feel like I prefer to have sex than to masturbate. So I just do that.
I'm a masturbating mistress.
I feel that, but I be fucking like a lot.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel that, but I felt that.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Even though people annoy me, kind of, it's a fun time.
I just feel like for me lately, sex isn't even worth it. Or like it just like anytime I've had sex, or I feel like lately if I'm having sex, or anytime like as of lately, whatever, I just feel like it's not. It just don't hit. Like I feel like nothing hits.
Do you feel like bad afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I feel like it wasn't worth it, and not even like the person. I just like I knew it was like this is how I'm feeling momentarily, like a temporary.
Like
fix.
You feel like you could have gone without.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good way to put that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I get that. I've felt like that. Mm-hmm. Honestly, kind of recently, just because I like went numb after getting ghosted by somebody that I literally was in love with. Mm-hmm. And I decided, I was like, okay, no more emotional connection, blah, blah, blah. And I just started hooking up with people to hook up with them, just strictly unemotional, cold. And I felt like shit. You know what I mean? But then I also felt like I couldn't go without it because
Mhm.
I'm trying to fill this void,
Mhm.
and I was trying to fill it with, hookups, and these people they didn't care about me,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Some of them still don't. Um, but I was tired of sitting in that.
Right. Agreed.
You just want to connect. Like the
Yeah.
intention is to connect. And then when you don't and you feel like shit afterwards, it just doesn't feel worth it.
Mhm. But I also think I have a complex about like being alone. You know, like I don't care like if I'm alone, but like I also be like, maybe I do want to talk to somebody. You
Hmm.
know?
What do you mean? So you don't want to like you feel like you could go without like sharing that space.
Yeah. I just like enjoy like just chilling by myself. But I do have those moments where I'm like, it'd be nice to just cuddle. You
Do you
know?
think that your soulmate is somebody who's also like that? Like if your soulmate is like,
Sometimes
if they exist.
I that's why I guess I like even if I fuck with somebody and I like them a lot, in the back of my mind, I feel like I might not take things too serious because I feel like maybe I already know who I like, not who I want, but maybe I already know like what type of relationship aspect that I'm looking for. And maybe that's another reason why I'm just so like disconnected from like really doing too much with anybody right now. Um, Possibility though.
Hmm. Well, like,
I'm just like a
listen,
ball of mixed emotions. Some days I'm here, some days I'm not.
do you think that like in an ideal world, your soulmate, there's somebody who also like maybe they're like a traveler or something like that, you know what I mean? Like they go all
Mm-hmm.
over the place and you have that momentary connection with like one person so it's easier so you don't have to do all the searching, or do you think that it's like just multiple people kind of for you? Like multiple short connections instead of like one long one.
Mm. It's probably I don't know. Truthfully,
Do you feel like it could go either way?
yeah. I feel like it's just whatever feels right.
As long as you can find something to fill your needs without going over your boundaries.
Yeah. Like I'm not like super specific. It doesn't really matter like who or what or when or why. It's just like I just want that reciprocated back, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all you can do. I feel like everybody definitely needs connection in some way,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have to have one long term connection to be happy. You know what I mean? I genuinely do believe that, like, your life doesn't necessarily have to revolve around another
One
person.
person. I agree. Me too.
I think it
I
should
feel
revolve
like
around you.
yeah.
But if you intentionally have a kid, then that's the one scenario where you no longer are, the number one. If you decide that you're going to take on the responsibility of being a parent or a guardian, then you are not the most important anymore.
I'm team fetus deleters.
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm
Yeah.
not saying,
But I understand.
I'm not being pro life, just to be clear.
No,
I'm
you're
saying
good.
that's why I said if you choose to,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm also a firm believer that if you don't feel like it's the right time for you to have kids, it's better to not
Listen to your
question it.
intuition.
And
Your
because
intuition
you
is
don't want to give a child a horrible life because
yeah.
you're not available to be a good parent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am also team fetus deletus.
Yeah. I feel like everybody should listen to their intuition. Your intuition is the first thing you think of. Anytime you hear a thing, it's the first thing, not the second, the last. Is the first thing that your mind goes to. That is your first mind. Listen to it. Because it's probably steering you right. Like,
Yeah.
because like you already know before you know. You just do shit because why the fuck not?
Yeah. No. Having kids is a very important thing and you should not take it lightly, regardless of,
Do you want kids? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still, do you want kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have PCOS, so it's not that I'm like infertile necessarily. I've
Mm-hmm.
just not had a successful pregnancy yet.
I'm sorry.
Um, it's fine. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, I know that it wasn't the right time anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fortunate. Um, but yeah, like we want kids. I just don't know if I really want to be pregnant,
That's
because
real.
it seems like it it just feels like for me something that I would not enjoy at all. I'm I'm autistic, and so like I get very overstimulated by things as is, and I also have, health issues. I'm constantly overstimulated by the amount of pain that's in my body. You know what I mean? And it's really hard for me to regulate when I'm uncomfortable. So that being said, I don't know if pregnancy would be something that would be good for me, and I think that my stress would definitely be passed on.
That's real. Ooh, I never thought I would talk about this on my podcast, but I guess I'm gonna talk about it. But that I had an abortion not too long ago, and I just feel like do what's right for you. It's definitely hard to go through. I ain't even gonna talk too much about it, honestly, but it's definitely something hard to go through. But I definitely believe in, like, if it's something that you're genuinely not ready for or you're not prepared for, again, if it's not your first mind, like, listen to your first mind. Because my first mind told me, like, I don't think this is it. And that's okay. Because I feel like a lot of people try to guilt other people into making it feel like it's not okay when ultimately, bitch, you're not even me. Like, I do what I want, you know? But yeah, I felt that.
Yeah. It's also crazy that those people who say that it's not okay are not doing anything to help the situation. Are they out there adopting kids? You know what I mean? Are they going out and voting for legislation that, makes childcare possible? Like,
yeah. And ultimately,
can you afford to have a kid on what you're making?
I agree.
Because I can't.
I agree. And I don't want having a kid to be a burden. I want to enjoy being pregnant. I want to enjoy bringing a life into the world. I want to be stable. I believe that certain things should be in place before I do that. Like, that's just mentally the way I'm a little more logical when it comes to having kids. Like, I feel like
you should be logical.
It's just not enough love. Like,
you should not make that decision out of emotion. You need to make that decision purely out of logic.
Yeah, but I feel like, for the most part, people just, I understand, like, being pro-life and not want to do, I understand both sides, do your thing, whatever. But, like, me personally,
it should be down to it being a personal choice.
Yeah, it should be. I agree.
Like, if I was somebody who personally, for me, did not feel comfortable getting an abortion, I should be able to make that choice for myself. However, I support that I should support that you have the right to choose differently. Me personally, if I'm not ready, I'm getting rid of that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, honestly, we're stuck. We're in Florida. We're definitely gonna do. Because honestly,
bitch,
I might have to do it anyways.
We're taking a little trip. We're going camping.
You're right.
Yeah. We're gonna go camping at some point in the near future. And we're making these plans right now because
that's what we're gonna do.
So we can look back on it when it ever happens.
Time stamp.
Yeah.
Camping.
So really excited for our camping trip.
Yeah, I can't wait to eat s'mores.
Yeah. Lots of s'mores.
I'm so fucking dead. I want some chocolate. I do.
Did I tell you my idea?
No.
Get a bar of the edibles chocolate, melt that shit down, and dip strawberries in it, and have a tea party.
I think you did tell me that.
But like a THC party. We'd get the hint of squeeze shit and put that in the tea. Or a hint of sweet squeeze. Huh? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. What are you putting in the squeeze? Nothing, just a shot of that shit?
No, putting it in tea.
Oh, like hot tea or cold tea?
Yeah, hot tea.
Actually, that sounds
tea party.
Fire. That sounds kind of fire.
Dude, I'm saying, like,
sounds like
elegant.
Toasty.
I want to say a little elegant, maybe like a little floral sundress or something. I don't know.
Flower earrings.
I'm just a genius, so so basically we're doing this. That's what I'm hearing.
Camping. We're going.
Not camping. I'm talking about the tea party.
Both.
Yeah, we're doing both. Yeah. Hopefully not anytime soon.
Don't look at me. I'm Palmanella.
What?
I'm Palmanella. I'm using my hands. That's what that means.
I'm so confused.
Don't worry about me. I'm Palmanella.
Why are you looking at me like I'm... Ooh, why are you looking at me like I'm going to understand?
Because I thought you would understand. Palmanella, as in masturbating with your hand. Your palm.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of you.
You just pissed me off. Talk about waves.
I'm so sick of you.
Yeah, It's so funny.
I put my lashes on first.
Just
You copied me. I'm just kidding.
technically, these so long.
No, I'm so glad you did because I would have felt crazy without.
Me too. Not being on camera. They can't see me naked eyes. That's crazy.
I don't think anybody can even see my lashes over my glasses.
I feel like if I didn't have lashes on, I would look even more high than what I already am. Like I would be looking like
no, for real.
Switch the fuck up. But you know, lashes hiding. They can't see.
I thought my lashes were gonna come off when I was like cry laughing, and when I joked.
Why were we laughing?
Was it? The Simlish.
Oh. Yeah, tell me.
That pissed me off.
We can have a debate about it right now.
No, because that was not Simlish. Simlish is literally just like words. It's
like that's what that should sound like.
No.
Yeah, okay, everybody been
that
on
was
Sims.
better though.
Tell me that don't sound like a Sim.
That was a little bit better, but what you were doing earlier. No.
Tell me that don't sound like a
That's
Sim.
one. I'm done. That's one strike. I'm about to lose it.
Tell me that don't sound like a Sim.
You just said Doofenshmirtz. No, because that sounds like a real.
You know word. They say it's Katy Perry song. How I go?
What are you talking
Katy
about?
Katy Perry has a song in Simlish.
Oh my god, firework! Oh yes, last Friday night. Whatever. Bitch, I'm so sick of you. I'm done.
That's too long.
That is too.
Okay. But yeah, they got the song. Last Friday night, I'm trying to figure out how it go. It's
something like that. Yes.
That shit is so funny.
The fact that she learned that shit
and really got in the studio,
bro.
This was her in the video.
Unfortunately, she ate. It was so good. It was so good. Shut the fuck up.
It's only good because we know what she was really trying to say.
I knew the whole time. I speak Simlish. I don't speak Simlish.
I was just gonna say, tell me something right now.
I just be yapping. I know some of the fucking Sim shit. Dag.
What does that mean?
That's like that's what they say when they see each other. They go, dag. You don't even play the game for real. You're a fake fan.
I said I haven't played Sims in a long time. I said that. You gonna guilt me, bitch? I said
and
that.
You're out there making fun of their language. I'm done. I'm so sick of you. Listen. Go play the game.
Dag.
Thank you. You know when they get stuck? They start fucking screaming.
And I'm not good with Sims. When I come back, my baby shitting on itself. Hungry. Turning green in the face.
I cheat.
My Sims always got the little smelly things over them because I just be forgetting about them. Like I forget you have to tend to them literally every day.
Bro, they should be able to tend to themselves because they can. They just don't. Like, you know what I mean? I will literally have full autonomy. Like, I'll give them full autonomy. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and I can still control them if I need to. Why are you gonna die? Like, why are you
don't
dying?
even want to wash your ass?
Like, why are you passing out next to your bed?
I used to be addicted to this TikTok account of a dude who plays Sims, and it's like he streams the Sims, and he like, but it's like he'll be like 100 Sims and 100 game rooms at one time or something like that. It is nuts, but
Grace still plays?
I don't know.
Or let's give it just out. Call me Kevin?
I don't know. We gotta figure it out. We have to figure it out. But I was literally addicted to his videos for like months. I was like, this shit is so good. And he just like seeks like, let's see how long they take to die this time. Or he'll be like dropping my sentence off in a roller coaster for 3 hours, or not even 3 hours, but like 24 hours or 60 days. Or I remember he had all the kids in a house in different game rooms for like 2 weeks to see, and he left like things that they needed, and then he also left a whole bunch of bullshit that they didn't need, and of course all the kids got to fall out.
Are you talking about the same guy who would do like the drug mods too sometimes?
I don't know.
He did like a maze and he made all the Sims addicted to cocaine.
Yes!
That Grace still plays, I think.
Yes, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll be watching that shit. I love so that. Good.
He doesn't even make that kind of content anymore. Really? It's such a waste.
Why?
I need Simmers. Like, I need Sim YouTubers.
But he also said every time he did it, his computer got to crashing. But
get a better one.
It was worth it. Like,
get a better one.
It was so good. That's like, I
would start a GoFundMe for better.
That is top content.
If somebody got that man a computer just to make him start making those videos again,
It was just so creative, and he never ran out of ideas. Just when I thought he couldn't do nothing crazier, it got crazier.
No, so much worse.
There's I remember I watched the whole thing about the drugs one. I do remember that because
he had a lot of drug ones. I love that mod.
And they all just were in there doing lines. I remember he had one girl in there just
the fucking extreme violence mod is so funny because you can like kill Sims, you can kill people, but one of them is you like kill them by twerking on their head. And then there's another one where you like stab them with a candy cane. It's so fucking crazy.
Nothing ruining Christmas.
Or like you can run them over, you can do a drive-by. It's crazy.
That's actually nuts.
It is. They also have like Bad Baby on that mod. She will pull up and she'll grab your Sim's hair and yank it off, and it makes your Sim bald.
How do you guys get their hair back?
You have to go into Cast and you have to literally edit it back on them. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
That is so funny. But yeah, I like Sim videos. It's fun.
They're so good.
I wish I was like creative enough to do that. It'd be funny.
Dude, I'm saying
people be going all in with the mod.
Listen, we should start a gaming channel.
You think so?
Yes.
We'll be good at it.
I think that it doesn't matter. We're hot. It doesn't matter.
I think the comedy is there. Yeah. We got that.
I feel like you literally have the same ideas as me when it comes to gaming. I want that shit to get kind of crazy. I do so many mods. I do so many mods on my shit.
So you already have Sims. How do I set that up? You need to put me on.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll talk.
I need to become a gamer girl.
I'll get my people will talk to your people.
You can suck my dick. Your people can.
We're famous.
We are. Speaking it into existence. Okay. All right, you guys. This time, I'm serious this time. All right. I appreciate everybody for watching.
I'm so sick of you.
Thank you for coming to see my show. That one got a little, you know where that's from? And I just want to let you know. Goodbye. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, subscribe to my show. You can follow the podcast at Candid Demeanor on all platforms. You can follow my personal podcast at MCVMC on all platforms. And I'm going to go to bed now because I'm tired. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, my God.
Being that you're talking about. If that means like, what are you getting from this person that you're not getting?